They don't steal your energy. You give it to them, silently, automatically, through a process Jung called psychic contamination, an unconscious fusion between your emotional field and someone else's. You think you're helping, supporting, but what's really happening is resonance. Their unresolved wounds, guilt, fear, manipulation. Awaken your old wounds. You don't just feel bad for them, you become them. You carry sadness that isn't yours. You feel guilty for things you didn't do. You feel anxiety with no cause, because your nervous system thinks it's happening inside you. It's not magic, it's pattern. Especially if you were raised to be the good one, the helper, the emotional sponge. You were trained not just to love, but to earn love by carrying pain. And now, you still do it. But for people who don't want help, they want a dumping ground, and your psyche silently says, "Sure, use me." You wake up feeling fine, but then after just a few minutes around certain people, a coworker, your partner, your mother, you feel drained, empty, heavy, confused. You label them as toxic. You Google how to protect your energy. You light candles, imagine white light, maybe even cut ties. But nothing works. Why? Because the real leak isn't out there. It's inside you. And Carl Jung, the man who mapped the unconscious, knew this long before anyone else. What if the exhaustion you feel isn't because of them, but because of an invisible opening inside you that invites them in? In this video, we're not just going to name emotional vampires. We're going to reveal the psychological mechanism that makes you their perfect target, and how to seal the crack they're using to get in. This isn't about blaming yourself. It's about reclaiming your energy by finally understanding the truth. You're not being drained. You're leaking. It's not about willpower. It's about structure. Jung didn't say this dynamic is your fault. He said it's your design. Every psyche has a weak spot, a blind spot. He called it the inferior function, the most underdeveloped part of your personality. That's the gap. That's the crack. That's how emotional manipulators get in. If your strength is thinking, your weakness is feeling. If your strength is emotion, your weakness is logic. So when someone comes in with exactly what you can't process, they go straight into your nervous system. No firewall, no awareness, just absorption. The more unconscious this function is, the more power others have over you, without even trying. You don't fall into emotional traps because you're weak. You fall in because you're unbalanced. And the more you deny your weak side, the more it dominates you from the shadows. The ones who drain you aren't just hurting you, they're mirroring you. According to Jung, the people who trigger us most deeply often reflect parts of ourselves we've rejected. That manipulative friend, maybe you're seeing your own unconscious need to control. That needy partner, maybe they're amplifying your fear of abandonment. That arrogant boss, maybe you've buried your own need to be seen. This is the shadow at work. The repressed, the denied, the parts of you that don't match your self-image, so you project them onto others. You don't attract emotional vampires because you're weak. You attract them because you're incomplete, and they come to show you the part of you you're refusing to integrate. The shadow doesn't disappear when ignored. It just finds someone else to wear the mask. You're not tired from people. You're tired from resisting who you really are. The shadow you keep fighting leaks through every smile you fake, every yes you say when your soul screams no, every time you try to be nice, generous, perfect, just to be loved. You weren't born to be an emotional crutch, but your childhood trained you to be useful, not whole. And now you confuse being needed with being loved. This is the real energy leak. It's not what others do to you. It's what you do to yourself, every time you betray your truth to stay safe. The solution? Not magic, not avoidance, not another boundary book. The real work is internal. Jung said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. So here's your next step. Like, subscribe, and comment below. What part of you are you always hiding to be accepted? Start there. Start there. Start there. That's your entrance to healing. And I'll meet you in the next part. The shadow doesn't disappear when ignored. It just finds someone else to wear the mask. Real healing isn't soothing. It's disrupting. It's not soft light and incense. It's shaking the structure you've lived in for decades. Jung called it the opus contra naturam, the work against your nature, the process of choosing conscious effort over emotional autopilot. It's the overthinker who chooses to feel, the helper who finally says no, the pleaser who stops apologizing for existing. This isn't about becoming someone else. It's about reclaiming the pieces you left behind to survive. When you stop operating from need, when you no longer act just to be accepted, you close the door they've been entering through, not because you pushed them away, but because they can't find you anymore. You no longer emit the frequency of guilt, lack, or availability. And to an emotional vampire, that means one thing. You've gone invisible. You want to stop leaking energy? Start here. Every night, ask yourself, where did I abandon myself today? Not who drained me, but where did I silence my truth to avoid conflict? Where did I smile when I meant to walk away? Where did I say yes to avoid guilt? Awareness is the beginning, but ritual makes it real. Every time you name the place you leaked, you seal it a little. Add journaling, add stillness. You don't need a therapist to tell you what your body already knows. You just need to listen longer than you're used to. Sit with your guilt, sit with your people-pleasing, sit with the urge to be useful all the time, and instead of fixing it, feel it. Because feeling it is how you finally stop feeding it. You want to stop leaking energy? Start here. Every night ask yourself, where did I abandon myself today? Not who drained me, but where did I silence my truth to avoid conflict? Where did I smile when I meant to walk away? Where did I say yes to avoid guilt? Awareness is the beginning, but ritual makes it real. Every time you name the place you leaked, you seal it a little. Add journaling, add stillness. You don't need a therapist to tell you what your body already knows. You just need to listen longer than you're used to. Sit with your guilt, sit with your people-pleasing, sit with the urge to be useful all the time. And instead of fixing it, feel it. Because feeling it is how you finally stop feeding it.